It's the David Trigg Show, Goso for the whole family. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the David Trigg Show, Goso TV, the Trigg Podcast of Joy. How are you guys on this beautiful Saturday? Here, surrounded by my Goso Nation, Gosolandia, Goso for the whole family. Make sure that you let everybody know in your Goso sphere that the David Trigg Show, Vida Goso, Goso for the whole family, is starting right now. I have my Goso mug right here. Let's see. Oh, I love that. Got my Goso hat, got my Goso head back there somewhere, and here in my Goso studios, enjoying this beautiful Saturday. The weekend is glorious. All this crazy heat wave is finally gone. Thank you, God. Can you put a 1 below if you're thankful for the beautiful weather? Put a 2 if you miss the heat. Not 112. So it's been kind of a crazy week for us, but today I want to talk to you about 5 ways that you can find love after a recent or bad breakup. Man, can you say you've been through those kind of breakups, right? All of us have been through some sort of, obviously, love relationship, and then things happen. I was just watching, what was that show? Flip or Flop. I was watching that show. I love it. It's so awesome about this couple that recently got divorced. Did you hear about that? I forget what their names are. Something, I don't know. Maybe type it in below if you remember the names of the couple. They got divorced, I think it was like 2 years ago, or separated, and then finally it's all done, said and done, I think sometime this year. They stopped their show, which was hugely popular, where they flip houses. She's more the designer, he's kind of the contractor guy. But I think in May, just a few months ago, they got back into the show, and it seems like now they're using the whole drama to make even more money. So isn't it crazy, huh? How these days, even divorce, something as tragic and as difficult and as real as divorce, can be on TV and be made out to be some awesome thing, some positive thing. It isn't, right? It's something difficult, but maybe you've been through something similar. Maybe you've been through a breakup, maybe not quite to that degree, but perhaps it's been something just as difficult, something in your marriage, something with your boyfriend, girlfriend. I know that most of the people that watch me here on Facebook are maybe, they're not kids, so meaning they're not 20-somethings. They usually are 30s or 40s. But you may not have been through something difficult, but maybe your marriage or your relationship isn't quite where you want it to be. The love is gone. The sexual relationship intimacy is gone. Can we get real here? You might be a single mom. You had the love of your life. You dated maybe through college or high school, and then you got pregnant. He left. He cheated. All the things of life, and now you're left with this beautiful child. But how do you then get through this challenge? You might be someone in your 20s, and you've been dating someone who you thought was the one, and then things went south. Something happened. Perhaps he didn't shape up, or maybe she cheated with somebody else, and now you're left picking up the pieces. How do you get back up after a tough breakup? It's not an easy situation. I was just watching Madam Secretary the other night. They have a brand new season. I think it's season 5 or 4, I don't know. And we love it, my wife and I, Rochelle and I, because their life stage is very similar to ours. You know, 2 adult people in their 40s, late 40s, and then 3 adult teens that still live in the house, and they have their own careers. So very similar to our lives and a lot of families these days. But who was it that just broke up? I guess all of them have been through breakups, right? The young guy, he was sleeping around with his girlfriend, and then she left him. I don't know why. Then the middle girl, I don't know exactly what she's up to. But then the older daughter, she thought she loved this one guy. They almost got engaged. It was the British guy, remember that? But then she realized that she didn't really love him, so he left. Then she got connected with the Russian cutie spy, but then he left. So now she's kind of left picking up the pieces. Not easy, right? It's not, this is not the movies. Even in the movies, it's hard. Imagine in real life. So leave me a 1 below if you know someone or you've been through a tough breakup sometime in your life. So I wanted to give you all of the different services that I offer so that you know. I have some typos here, but the first one, speaking of young people, is the young adult service. And excuse the typo there, but you can see that one of the things I offer as part of my paid services is a membership site where you get weekly videos from me on different themes, and you can choose any of the 5 themes that you see on here: young adult coaching, couples or marriage coaching, creative, entrepreneur, tech coaching, fear and anxiety, and then just general life coaching. So my website, davidtrigg.com/coaching, and you can also call that number if you would like to find out more information, is a website that has all of these services. So if you want one of these particular things right here, then you can pick and choose. And every month, for only $25 a month, you can actually go on there and select what video you would like to learn about that particular week. You can pick and choose. You can just go to, or you can just choose one track. Let's say you want to be in the young adult track. Well, that track has 4, 8 videos. Every week I'm posting new videos so that you can learn. Let's say in the young adult track, we talk about dating, we talk about career, about social media, about God and faith, religion, spirituality. And so every week, for that very affordable fee, you get a brand new video. And then if you want to go into another track, you can go to the couples coaching track. Maybe you're a young adult and you want to CrossFit with coaching because you're in a relationship and you'd like to learn more about how do you get ready for a relationship, how do you get over a bad breakup, and so you can check that out. Basically, you can mix and match from all the different classes that I offer. They're all amazing. They're very impactful, to the point, practical. You have PDFs that you download if you like to write, if you just want to listen, if you want to just check out the video or the audio. It's all on there. The audio, there are 3 things: the audio file, the video file, and the workbook. So you can download that, and you can, as I said, get one of them per week, and you can just mix and match whatever you like. Very, very affordable. And then if you want to go further, because I recommend that you actually get into this for a more long period of time, I offer actually an annual service, a 12-month service that is very affordable. It's actually 50% off of the regular price. If you sign up by tomorrow, July 15th. So if you sign up by tomorrow, let me just do one more thing here. I just have a little something I got to get rid of there. So if you sign up by tomorrow, July 15th, I have a special summer sale for only 50%, or for 50% off of the regular price if you sign up for the whole year. So normally it's $25 a month. The regular price, it's actually the summer price, it's $40 a month. And so you can figure out 40 times 12, that's almost $500. But if you sign up before tomorrow, I can give you the whole year. You have to sign up and pay the whole year for 50% off the regular price. What a deal. Again, you will get 4 videos per month times 12. That's almost 50 videos of content. Each video has 3 particular areas: the video content, the audio file, and then a workbook. So I encourage you to go to my website, davidtrigg.com/coaching, or you can call that number, leave me a voicemail, and I will get back to you and we can figure it out. You can also leave me a message here on Facebook just below and say yes. If you're interested, just type yes, and we will get you started on any of these services that I offer this summer and in the fall. But it closes tomorrow, July 15th, on the early bird, I guess, or the summer sale. And then after Sunday, starting Monday, it goes back to the regular price of $40 a month for the membership. It's still very affordable. You think of $25 a month. That's what? Divided by 4, that's $6 a week. I mean, that's a Starbucks and a muffin for the price of a coffee and a muffin at Starbucks. And most of us spend how much a week at Starbucks? $20 easily. So for less than a coffee and a mug at Starbucks, or a muffin, per week, you can get high-end content that is right up your alley, what you need. And then as I said, you can sign up for the annual membership. And then the third tier, I have 3 levels. The third tier is one-on-one coaching, and that is $100 a session. And that is pretty affordable. Some people do it once a month, twice a month. They do it maybe every few months. Sometimes people will actually just hire me for a full day or for maybe a half a day if they want to either get some coaching in an area. Most of the people that do the longer thing, they want to do some technical stuff. They want to rent my studio, which, by the way, I offer. So that's part of what it says on there, creatives, entrepreneurs. There's also studio time. If you would like to come in and rent my studio to record a podcast, maybe you're an entrepreneur, a creative, you've written a book, you've done something creative, you have guitar lessons that you teach, but nobody knows, right? You have no Instagram presence, you have no real video presence, no pictures, you have no podcast, nobody knows what you do or what you teach. You might be a nonprofit leader, you have a great nonprofit, but nobody knows, because these days you can't just simply rely on people going to your event. You have to then market that event and let everyone know of the great things that God is doing in your life or through your nonprofit, your ministry, your church. You might be an author, an aspiring author, and you have written something amazing, but the same thing happens. The marketing is usually the problem for most of us, right? It's something that I deal with all the time. We all have great content, but how do you get the word out? How do you let the masses know? Do you put it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat stories, live, IGTV? Where do you go? You have limited amount of time. You can't spend all day doing all these things. You can't pay somebody $1,000 an hour to edit your videos. Well, let me help you. I can rent my studio out. I have everything set up just right here next door, and you can come in. I can coach you. We have a great team here, my daughter and I, that we can help you with all of the behind-the-scenes stuff, including hair and makeup and how to communicate in front of a camera, how to engage people, how to help you maybe even write your script for your content. So it's an awesome time of the year to get your message out. If you want to, a lot of the people that I coach also are leaders. They might be speakers. They could be conference speakers. They might be men and women who have a real desire to help others. But as it happens to most of us, it happens to me all the time, we end up giving everything away for zero, for free. And then you have college bills to pay. You can't afford your house. You lose your job. And now what? Right? Nothing is certain in this life. And so the entrepreneurial online world is an important avenue for you to, not that you're going to make money by being on here, I don't, but you can get the word out and then have people come into your world, get to know you, trust you, know you, and then you can provide conferences for them, small groups, video content. These days what I recommend is to do a little bit of both. You can't just do real life stuff, you can't just do video or online stuff. You have to get out there, you have to know your personality, you have to know your strength. Are you more comfortable on audio, maybe more written word? A lot of people these days, especially more introvert people, and I am an introvert, but I also have this part of me that loves to be on TV and loves to be in front of people. But a lot of other introverts, they don't like to do that. So you may be more of a writer, and yet nobody writes these days, right? Everything is audio or video or pictures or blah, blah, blah. So what do you do? Well, I want to help you learn how to write and how to actually use your content in your book or your blogs to engage people. I recommend that you actually just do a simple post right into Facebook. I would say Facebook is probably the best place, maybe even more than Instagram, to do what they call long form content, which is maybe 2 or 3 or 4 paragraphs of your thoughts. Other people, I work with a lot of nutritionists and fitness people. I would say that yes, Instagram is the place, but I would actually look into, if you speak Spanish, to go into the Spanish-speaking market. It's a brand new market. It's wide open, even though there are a lot of people already doing a lot of stuff. But it's the time to get in there with some quality content. If you're engaging, if you have a great message, if you have a wonderful story to tell, if you have a great vehicle or offer, then you really want to get into the Spanish-speaking market in Espanol, because Spanish-speaking people are very creative, entrepreneurial, but they don't always know where to go for all the technical support. They do it on their own, and they end up maybe doing stuff that is a little outdated. They might have a great business, but only the same people keep coming back. So it's good for those of us who speak the language to help other people learn how to use newer marketing skills, including social media, including pop-ups and conferences and small groups, to communicate with people, to love people, to serve people. I also have a lot of people that say, well, I don't want to be kind of a slimy salesperson. Absolutely. I hope I'm not. What you have to do is always and forever tell your own story and connect with people as a human being, and then get off the phone or get off the computer and actually go meet people, talk to people. That's always the winning combination, is relationship, storytelling, honesty, vulnerability. Don't hide behind your product. Don't hide behind what you're selling or behind God or the church. Be honest about your struggles. Be honest. I have this lady that sells, I think it's teeth cleaning stuff, but her own teeth are not great. instead of hiding behind that, just simply talk openly about your journey, how you've had ups and downs. Not so much with the product is what it is, but just we as humans, right? Do you always feel like getting all pretty and beautiful and work out 8 hours a day? Of course not. And so when you're selling online or when you're up here talking to people, don't act like you're perfect or like you're always happy in your marriage and working out and eating carrots and protein bars. I know I don't. And even though I'm committed to health and fitness, it's one of those things, right? Be human. And so when it comes to the entrepreneurial content here, those are some of the lessons that I teach: how to be honest, how to be vulnerable, how to connect with people. For me, one of the best ways that I connect with people is being honest and also being funny. That's why I have my Goso mug back there. I have my Goso hat. I do have critics, people that criticize me. They think that I should wear a tie and I should be holy. I should always just have my Bible open. I even had someone criticize me and say, well, I can't believe that spiritual leaders are selling stuff online. I said, have you checked out Biola's prices? That's where my kids go. Biola ain't cheap. And, do you have a side hustle? All of us have 2-3 jobs, right? Why shouldn't spiritual leaders have 2, 3, 4 jobs to make ends meet and to basically do what we need to do? So I can coach you even through some of the critics. Those might not be your criticisms, but I'm sure you have things that maybe not online. Perhaps you're not an online personality, but you have critics in real life that you're not perfect enough, that you're not thin enough, that your nose isn't perfect, that you have body issues. Maybe all the other girls that are famous on Instagram, they just, they're the boobalicious type, meaning, they just take off all their clothes and that's how they get traction and have a lot of followers, all for the wrong reasons. But when it comes to sponsorship, nobody cares. If you have 500,000 followers on Instagram, people will pay you $1,000 a post because you have that many followers, even though you're showing your body and using that as a tool, which, for some people, perhaps that's the way to go. I definitely would not want my daughters to do that. And I don't think it's something that is the best way to go, but I know that a lot of people do that because that's their income. But I think you have to really pray and ask God for wisdom on those things, and then deal with the critics. I've had people criticize me. Oh, your kids are into this and that. Shouldn't they be just helping with the nursery? Like, are your kids helping in the nursery? So criticism is a part of being an online personality, really just being a human being these days. And it seems like everybody feels that they have a right to criticize you, especially if you're someone who they see on a stage or hear online. So all of that are things that I help you through as part of my coaching, as a creative, as an entrepreneur, or as a young adult. And the young adult track also has many different videos, as I said. And so once again, I want to just walk you through the 3 different levels. So I have my membership plan, all the different things that you see there on the screen. And the second level is an annual membership plan. So you have the monthly, the annual, and then the third one is the one-on-one coaching that I do, that we can do through Facebook, through Messenger, through FaceTime, on the phone, or in person if you're in the area here in the LA, Long Beach, California area. And then every year, it's been now 5 years, but every year I have an annual conference that I call Finding Grace in Anxiety, or I call it now Living La Vida Gozo. And I know I don't have Ricky Martin come out and redo Living La Vida Loca, although I wish. But every year I have a conference that I host with different speakers. I also speak. We have entertainment, music, and we enjoy learning about these different things. It's a way to get people really connected to each other and really excited about this whole idea of living La Vida Gozo. Gozo, by the way, means joy in Spanish. And it comes out of Psalm 30, verse 6, where it says that there is pain in the night, gozo comes in the morning. And so in the second segment that I'm going to do in just a few minutes, I'm going to come back and give you more specific things on each one of these different tracks. So in a few minutes, we're going to come right back, but hang in there so that you can listen to what exactly are the topics that we go over in these different tracks. So we will be right back. So just hang in there. We'll be right back. It's the David Trigg Show, Gozo for the whole family.